Hi my beauties, welcome back to my channel. Again, I'm using my phone to record this because I found it just easier until I can figure out what's wrong with my computer and that I'm not going to lose everything that I do in the split second. So, I am going to do, I'm going to bring it closer to me, there we go. I am going to do the throwback tag. I don't think I've ever done this on my channel. It's just 15 questions, and so yeah, let's just get into it. Number one, what year were you born in? I was born in 1990. Do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? If you do, show them. I personally don't have any full-on physical pictures, but I do have some on my mom's Facebook. It just says when you're younger, so I mean, I'm 25, so technically 24 is younger, so, I'll show a few of them. The first one, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I am right there in the corner. So yeah, that's one from my mom's wedding back in 2002, I think. So I was 12. So that was hard to show you guys. So maybe I won't. I have a few of them from my graduation, like that one. So yeah, there you go. What TV shows did you grow up watching? I grew up watching shows like Rugrats and Rocko's Modern Life and Boy Meets World. I loved Boy Meets World. And what other ones did I watch? I watched yeah, Rugrats was my favorite. I know that. And like I said, Boy Meets World was another one of my favorites. Real Monsters. I remember watching that, and The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, that's my top favorites from Nickelodeon and all that. What did you want to be when you grew up, and do you still want to be that? I remember wanting to be a doctor, and then I wanted to be a teacher, and then I think I wanted to be a teacher up until just after high school, and now I don't, it's still an idea of mine, but my ultimate goal is to be a makeup artist and to do YouTube like this, like I'm doing right now, just on a regular basis and for a living. So, yeah, those things I no longer really desire to be. My desire is to be makeup, to do anything in makeup or YouTube. Show a video of yourself when you were younger. I don't have any videos really of myself when I was younger. If I do, they are on my MySpace, which I cannot get into right now, so yeah. What were your favorite toys to play with? Lincoln Logs, I remember playing with those, or blocks, or Bop It. I actually still have a Bop It in my room, the original Bop It, with the only 3 things you had to do, not the 6 different actions you have to do now. That was the original one. We always had Gigapets. We always tried to make them stay alive and all that good stuff. We had Furbies, which I think to this day are possessed. I'm pretty sure they are, because they're just really creepy. And Barbie dolls. I remember my sister and I used to have the Spice Girls Barbie dolls, and the clothing and all that. Polly Pocket. I think we had Bratz dolls, I think, for a little bit there. but that was like towards my teenage years, so I don't think I had them for too long. What's the most embarrassing thing that you can remember doing? I don't really remember doing anything that embarrassing during school, really, or not school, but just in life, when I was younger in general. I don't remember really a lot of my childhood, so I don't remember really doing anything that embarrassing. Read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten. I don't have it in front of me. I do remember writing like a little book with my tutor that I had. I remember reading like a book about my life or something like that, and I think she still has it actually. I don't have it physically, so I can't read it to you guys, but I do remember writing something. 3 songs you loved listening to as a child. Well, I don't really remember listening to much as a kid. I do remember my grandma, she recorded a little cassette thingy, and then she bought me like a little cassette player, and I think it had You Are My Sunshine and When You Wish Upon a Star, and then I remember her singing a certain song, and it would always make me cry, but I cannot remember what it was. But those two, I remember, like, they were always, I grew up with those songs in particular, those 2 songs in particular in my life, because I loved Disney, and I loved the You Are My Sunshine song. As I grew up a little bit, I listened to stuff like, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears and all that, but those 2 songs I remember, they're still pretty much in my life, so. What was one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween when you were younger? I remember, like, one of the only things I remember dressing up as a kid was Queen Amidala, or whatever, from Star Wars. I remember dressing up as her for Halloween one year. I don't remember how old, I think like 10 or 11, I think. That's really it. Maybe a witch, but I think that was the more prominent thing that I dressed up as for Halloween was Queen Amidala. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were young. A lot of what I remember is from the hospital, so it's not too funny, but I do remember, actually, my sister and I, we were taking a walk down our road. We have like 2 hills on our road, and I do remember she was listening to like music through like headphones and stuff, and she was pushing me down the hill, and for some weird reason she let me go. She was pushing my wheelchair, down the hill, and she let me go to fix her earbud that she had in her ear, and I ended up doing like 360s down the hill, but on like one wheel, which was terrifying. But my sister was not only screaming, but she was laughing as she's screaming, trying to catch me because she let go for 2 seconds and I did not know it. And I'm trying to stop myself, and she's trying to stop me, and it was just, we still remember that, and now she's kind of scared to push me down hills, with music at least. I'm like, well, just don't listen to music while you do it, because then we'll be in trouble. Are there any special things you've kept from when you were a child? I have a bunch of stuffed animals from when I was like first born, but I think the one thing that I did keep from when I was a kid was a bear that my grandma gave us, all of us grandkids, when my grandpa died. We call it our Papa Bear, and we each had like a different color of bear, and they each had a pack of gum on the arm, or like a closed pack of gum tied to the arm, because he always had gum in his pockets, and he would always give us gum whenever we were over at his house. So those, I got that. He died when I was 10 or 11. I think 11. And so that's one thing that I still have in my room as, you know, a keepsake. What was something weird you used to do as a child? I'm just weird in general. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what kind of weird things I used to do as a kid. I don't really remember much. I don't think I did really all that many weird things. Like, well, I probably did. I just don't remember them. I used to play with Furbies. I mean, come on, that's weird. Yeah, I don't remember. What's the scariest thing you remember that happened to you when you were younger? A lot of the scary things that I remember happening to me that had to deal with like surgeries and stuff. I've had 27 surgeries in my whole life, and I hate there's certain smells that I can't even be around because it reminds me of a hospital, and I kind of get like a panic attack, thinking about it. So yeah, a lot of my scary things happened when I either would be sick and I had to have surgery, or something would happen and I had to have surgery. So basically all times I've had to have surgery when I was a kid, that was probably the scariest thing at that time that I thought I had to deal with. How is the world now different from how it was like when you were a kid? So how was times different back then than now? There's a lot more technology now, and the doctors, that I had to deal with know not a lot more about spina bifida, unfortunately, but they do know more than they did when I was younger, or even when I was born. Now they're not telling people that, that your kid's gonna die. That they're actually saying, okay, no, we can fix this, or not fix it, but we can help this, So there's a lot of medical advances from back when I was a kid and back when I was born. Now there's so much more they can do, and the toys are different. The toys, like the kids' toys, they're a lot more electronic now. There's a lot more 12-year-olds having iPods and stuff like that, which is absolutely ridiculous. There's a lot more on the internet. There's a lot more on the internet, and there's a lot more TV. There's just a lot more technological advances now, and basically all of society is about technology. It's not about being outside anymore, which kind of sucks as I record on a technology. But yeah, there's a lot more technology, and there's a lot more medical advances because of the technology. That's really all I can think of, really. There's just so much more technology now, and the music hasn't really changed much, I guess. It's a little bit better, but not really. There's just still a lot of really just not good music out there. I think the 90s were they had the good TV shows and the good music, and at least to me, I enjoy TV shows from the 90s, and I enjoy, the music from back then. But I think I was born in the wrong era, I think, because I actually really enjoy the 80s music a lot more, so, at least 80s, rock, so, yeah, that is the last question. I'm sorry I don't remember a lot from my childhood. I try to answer them as more honestly as I can, but, yeah, if you want me to do more of these tags, let me know in the comments, or, if you have, any ideas I can do on my phone, because I'm holding my phone, because I have to, because I don't have a stand for it right now. If you have, ideas of stands that there are out there for, S4, because I have Samsung Galaxy 4, let me know so I can not have to hold it like this, and I can do more makeup and reviews and stuff like that. So if there's any stands that you know of, or like tripods for phones, let me know in the comments below and I'll check them out and possibly get one, because until I can get my computer fixed, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of my videos on my phone. I'll have a link down below to my Facebook and my Twitter, at least, and my Instagram. That way you guys can follow me on there and, you know, interact with me. I don't mind if you message me, you know, comment on anything. I love hearing from you guys. So, yeah, I'll have all that information down in the description bar, as best I can at least. And, yeah, that's really all I can say for this video. Don't forget that you're beautiful just the way you are, and I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.